We're Craig and Kirsty, a British couple who got married on a beach in 2018. And instead of a honeymoon, we decided to travel the world together. And so we created Tied Knot Travellers. We left our home and jobs behind us as we boarded a one-way flight. We explored a few countries before the global pandemic hit, causing us to cancel our ongoing travels and rethink our plans. We spent the next 6 months exploring Estonia, before we finally made our way over to Finland. Between us, we have visited 52 countries, and we'd love you to join us as we continue our travels and explore the world.
It is a new day here in Helsinki in Finland.
We have dodged all the showers this morning. We hope that's all the showers. We've literally been waiting for the showers to go because it's supposed to be sunny this afternoon.
We've been doing our rain dance all morning.
Yeah. And so we've just gone and grabbed ourselves some sandwiches from the supermarket.
We've had some lunch and now we've made our way down to the harbour to Market Square because we're going to be going on a boat trip across to several islands. So Helsinki itself, the city, is built on essentially a big peninsula, and off the coast it's surrounded by an archipelago of several islands.
And we're going to go and visit some of them. Hopefully the weather will allow that.
Yeah. The main island that I think everyone comes to see has a sea fortress.
Yeah.
So we're very interested to see and learn about that. We're just by the harbour side and we're going to go and buy some tickets for the boat.
See you on the boat, hopefully. How many islands are there to go around?
3 islands. So there is Lonna, a small restaurant island.
Yeah.
Vallisaari, a nature island, with also some wartime things on the island. There's 2 islands to explore, and then there is Sommelina, which is the UNESCO.
The fortress.
2 tickets, please.
That's
Thanks
perfect.
so much.
Kiitos.
Have a good day.
Ciao.
I wonder why no one's up here.
I think we might be standing up. The lady was really kind. Gave us a load of paper towels to wipe down the benches because they're pretty wet.
I don't know if it's going to do that much. We just grabbed our tickets from the ticket booth here in Market Square, and we're now on the boat and we're about to hop around to the 3 islands, starting at Vallisaari. Then we're going to go to Suomenlinna, and then our final island is going to be Lonna. So yeah, let's get ready to go island hopping. So €12 per person for Helsinki, I don't think it's too bad. And the sun is out, yay! Let's go see some islands of Finland, or Helsinki Islands.
To our first stop of the day, Vallisaari.
So we've just arrived on Vallisaari Island, and as you can see here, this is the map of the island. So we've just come in here. We plan, if we're able to try to walk around to all of the main sites. Now, if you notice, you can also walk across over to this sort of attached island, but what we can't do is visit any of this. This is all completely prohibited under threat of penalty. So we're on an island that effectively we can kind of only visit 2/3 of. But there's some cool stuff to see. There's the Alexander Battery, which is going to be quite a cool historical site to see. Apparently there's a place that's called the home of thousands of butterflies. And if we can get to this sandy cove, just lots of nature to be seen here. So yeah, we're excited to go off and explore Vallisaari, and then we're going to come back here, get on the boat and head off to the next island. They're friendly in Vallisaari. just walking along the main street here in Vallisaari. Back in the 1950s there was a real hustle and bustle here apparently, and there was around 200 people that actually lived on the island. And although it's obviously very close to the main city of Helsinki, it was actually really rural. And back in the 1950s when it was under Russian occupation, the locals here had kind of like their own little paradise, and they really liked it apparently. They had a shop here, a school, and their own livestock. And although it was forbidden, the kids and stuff here would like go out and dig up live ammunition and stuff, which they weren't supposed to obviously be doing. Quite a rural paradise for the locals. 200 people doesn't sound that much, but this is a teeny little island, so I can imagine there probably was quite a real hustle and bustle here on this main street, as it's called. You can see why they loved it here and thought of it as a paradise. You could just be a million miles away from the city being just here on this island. Look at this pond behind us, and you can just jump in and go for a swim. If we'd known, we'd have brought our swimmers with us, because it's actually a really sunny day now, and that pond just looks delightful. And then there's a picnic area this side of us as well. What a great little island to explore.
You can see why the locals would have loved it here. It feels like a complete paradise, just isolated from everything else. We can't believe this is so close to a major city in Helsinki.
And it's sunny, and we could have gone in there. So the pond behind me used to be a real meeting spot for the islanders. In the summertime, all the kids and families would all meet here and go for swims and hang out in the pond all day. And then in the wintertime, it would freeze over and they would come here and all be skiing. What a fantastic place to live, literally giving all year round. And it's a great place for bats to live here on the island. They've got fantastic resources here because of all the caves and the old buildings and things. That makes for perfect places for them to live. And then because of all the wildlife and all of the nature here, they've got all their insects to eat. So yeah, what a great island for everybody. Pretty sustainable island it sounded like, and great fun for them all.
The archipelago of Helsinki consists of around 330 islands, providing a great getaway from city life. The sea and the islands are an inseparable part of Helsinki. Each island in the archipelago has its own unique character, and they all boast amazingly diverse nature.
Just over the other side of this rocky outcrop is the pond. You walk up this outcrop that we've just come to the top of, and there's an incredible view out across Helsinki in the background, and all of a sudden it doesn't feel so isolated.
Also, we just found out you're not allowed to swim in the pond down there, so
because there's wreckage at the bottom of the pond. It says it needs to be investigated first before swimming's allowed in there. But it's such a diverse island. You go into these little pockets and these little areas where it feels so isolated, but it's really not. And these views up here are amazing back across to the city.
Who knew this was here? What a great island.
It's an archipelago full of hundreds of islands, so there must be so many others like this.
Yeah. What an amazing view from up there. Totally worth climbing it.
Whoa, check out this guy.
Thriving nature.
Huge caterpillar. Oh wow, we're just walking down this trail and
oh my gosh, I had a bit of
we've
a
come
panic.
across a snake.
I nearly stood on him.
And he's fully hissing at us as well.
Oh, what is he? We're okay, we're in a fog country, we're fine.
Don't know if you can hear him hissing.
Oh, he's going where we're trying to go. Go off to the side, buddy.
Wow. Really didn't expect this in Finland.
Okay, snake, go. We're trying to go that way. Just leave, buddy. We want to go that way.
You can see how he's bent his body and bent his neck. That means he's ready to flex and strike.
Oh, don't say that.
It's okay, it's if you're within striking distance.
I was. I nearly stood on him.
Wow. I'm just going to back away. Don't think I've ever seen a snake of that size in the wild. It's not the biggest snake, I admit,
a bad thing.
but he seems quite aggressive as well. I think he's calming down. He's kind of looking to move away.
From my experience, the smaller the snake, the more scared you should be, because they're usually more venomous. I'm pretty sure in Finland they're not really venomous, but either way, I nearly stood on him and he didn't look too happy about it. We both jumped quite a lot, so... I mean, he's just in the path where we need to go. We've got a boat to catch, but we can't go there because he's facing the way we need to go, looking like he's going to strike. I mean, we could go, but I'm too scared to. He's actually going in the direction we're trying to go in. Just go off to the side, buddy. Just, if he could go off to the side. That is the path we're trying to take, and he's just going along right where we need to go. Please just go left or right and disappear into the bushes, please. He just wants to come on the walk with us, I think. We're going to miss the boat at this rate. Yay, he finally looks like he's leaving and heading off into the hedge. So we're going to carry on our path. Off you go, snake, that's it. It's best for everybody. Phew! So,
Where are you going?
I am. So that snake's gone and we can carry on our tour of the island.
Wow, that was amazing.
Craig
Did
loved
not
it.
expect to see a reptile on an island just off the coast of Finland. That is amazing.
I just thought he looked quite an angry one. I felt like if you see a snake over here, they'll be chilled. He didn't look chilled. But then, you know, I wouldn't be too chilled if a giant really stood on me.
I'm extremely curious to find out what he was now. So he was quite a fairly long black snake, certainly
Yeah.
dark colours. He did have some patterning inside of that.
And he had yellow on his
And
head.
he had, yeah, some white or yellow sort of
Yellowy.
either side of his head. Amazing. Can't believe that.
He was a similar size to like a common brown that you find in Australia, which is the last snake that I ever saw, hence I was scared.
And the last snake a lot of people would ever see.
Yeah.
If they came
Yeah.
across one
Yeah.
in a bad situation.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Hence I was afraid.
I was petrified.
First I was afraid, I said hence I was afraid.
Anyway, we'd better watch where we're putting our feet.
Yeah. You always tell me I should look up and not down, but today I'm going to look down.
I don't mean look up, I don't mean walk along like this. I just mean in the middle, don't walk along like this. But yeah, wow, you were...
Lucky.
Like I said, it's taken us by surprise because we're in a country where you wouldn't expect to see... I don't know if it was venomous or anything along those lines, but you're just not looking out for anything
No.
along those lines.
When I'm in Australia,
For in
I
Australia
stomp around
or the
looking
tropics.
for them. Yeah.
Somewhere like that, you'd be looking out for it. But
We need to just make a lot of noise stomping so that they hear us and go away. Because that's what I did, like when I was walking around in countries where you expect to see snakes.
he was quite bolshy as well. Like we came
I
along
really stood on him.
and he really stood his ground.
Yeah.
So that was quite intimidating. Amazing.
This island loved it so much, and this is called the Gibraltar of the North. I mean, that's alright, isn't it?
The views from up here are absolutely amazing. You can see some more islands south of here. I'm sure if you look really, really carefully, you can probably see Estonia across the Gulf of Finland.
Never mind, there used to be 200 people on this island. I feel like there's only 2 people on this island right now. We have not seen anyone.
2 people and at least 1 snake.
Yeah, just us, isn't it?
And it's beautiful over the other side. So this is a little waterway that goes between the islands. We're pretty sure that's Sulimalina because there's a sea fortress on it, which is what that island is known for. So I think that's where we're going to be going next.
Hopefully we'll make it there. The snake delayed us a bit. That was a good 20 minutes we were stuck there. Hopefully get the boat over to Sulimalina soon.
Beautiful pathway and vantage point at the end of here, and also you can go on a bit of a coastal walk along here. There's like wooden bridges across the coastal rocks. All looks very, very pretty, very spectacular, especially in the sunshine. I mean, after the snake scare, this isn't bad, is it? A sailing boat going through, the sun's out, a couple of swans in the background, and the beach to ourselves.
This is beautiful. I can see why they call it the Gibraltar of the North.
It's really beautiful here. We saw a picture, and I think this little pebbly beach is where they used to cast off to go across to Sulimalina and probably back to Helsinki as well.
Cool, makes sense. There's a lot to be said for taking the scenic route. We found our way back to the main path via this beautiful picnic area overlooking that.
As we came from the beach and came around that corner and saw those stairs and it's all overgrown, it felt like we were in Tomb Raider or something.
Just had an idea. If you come and you do this tour, there's these 3 islands. How I would lay this day out perfectly, we couldn't do it because it just rained all morning this morning, but if you've got a day where the weather is like this all day, pay €12, spend the morning here in Vallisaari, bring yourself a picnic, sit yourself here and enjoy these picnic benches and this beautiful view for lunch, and then get the boat over to Sulimalina, spend the afternoon there, and then you can get the boat over to Luna Island and have dinner there in the restaurant, because in Luna Island there's just a restaurant there. So perfect. That'd just be a perfect day. Yeah, we're gonna kind of try and do that, but we couldn't start until 2 o'clock because the weather was not on our side. But now it is, and look at it. This picnic area is beautiful, and the view over there.
The island's fantastically set up, not only with the picnic benches and the toilet facilities, but also they've got recycling facilities as well, which is really good, so that you can put your waste in its associated bin. Bottle in the plastic bottle bin.
So just to add to the jeopardy on this island, I've just read this sign that says that the fortifications on Vallisaari are in poor conditions and that digging the ground, lighting a campfire and staying overnight are prohibited because on the island there may still be explosives in the soil due to an explosives accident that happened in 1937. So where I've been stomping around to try and scare the snakes away, I'm now thinking probably I should stop stomping and not set off any explosives. So I'm just going to go back to being light-footed again, I think. We've just walked through the section that's called the home of 1,000 butterflies, and that's because there literally has been over 1,000 species of butterflies and moths found on this island. How insane is that? That's a lot of butterflies. Having walked around and seen so much nature and a few butterflies as well, I can believe just how many different other species there must be of all kinds of things. Just wow, that's 1,000 different types of butterflies and moths. What a beautiful and diverse island full of flora and fauna. Incredible. And now we're going to go and check out the Alexander Battery, which is the historical part of this island that is worth exploring. So now we've made it up to the Alexander Battery, which was named after Alexander II when his father came to visit and decided to name it after his son. So the reason that it was built was because back in 1855, during the Crimean War, a British-French naval ship fired at Suomenlinna Island. So they built this battery to show its might and to protect St. Petersburg and Helsinki, which back at the time was all under Russian rule. So that's the reason for its existence. And today, it's a fantastic viewpoint. They've now put all this kind of railing across here and benches out overlooking the sea, and you know, I mean, it's lost its importance in terms of its maritime protection, but it has not lost its importance and its beauty. Look at this view. You've got the sea view and then you've got the islands of Helsinki Archipelago to go with it, plus the actual mainland of Helsinki in the background. Oh, and sunshine with a yacht. Who doesn't love a city skyline and an ocean view at the same time?
You might be able to see it through the GoPro, but over in Helsinki, I'll point out a few things. And the main landmark is Helsinki Cathedral. There's the flyer, or the big wheel. And just above the cruise ship, you can see Uspensky Cathedral. Behind that, I can see the theme park, which is in more of the northern part of Helsinki. And there's another cathedral, which we did show in our Helsinki city vlog. Just over there, you can see the two spires. Looks quite similar to Sagrada Familia in Barcelona. Hi, Estonia. This island is
trying to kill us.
Seriously treacherous. It really is trying to kill us, I think.
So this time not a snake, this time we're walking along and we heard this massive noise and a huge branch just fell just in front of us, and it's now just cracked across the path right where we're about to walk. You can see it here.
I don't feel like we should really be stood here, but to be honest, we're going to show the branch. It doesn't look like much, but it did make quite a noise. Most of it is in there. Here. But it fell and just took a load of leaves and branches with it, and it was quite the commotion. I was just sort of looking up and filming upwards, and then I just heard this and I knew Kirsty was in front of me, so I just,
why am I always
okay?
in front,
or
walking into these things? Luckily not literally walking into them, just missing these things.
But it's just so calm and serene. There's no one else here, and then all of a sudden it just went smash. I don't know, I thought it was someone jumping out on us or something. We've just been reading these scary sort of comic stories as you go around. They're like running jokes as you go around about a ghost in the forest and someone being murdered.
About a colonel who was hanged here in the forest. So we just read about that.
And so it's now haunted. And then my heart is still pumping.
That's so
I can't believe it's got me that much, but
I wasn't thinking that, I was just scared that we were going to hit on the head.
Let me show you the branch.
The branch is now. It's in about 10 pieces.
Yeah.
Look, all of this.
Anyway, let's not stand here anymore.
Wow, the whole way is like it. Just keep your wits about you, because, you know, you've got snakes jumping out, you've got branches falling like a foot in front of you. Like, what the heck?
All that being said, we do still love this island.
I love it. It's exciting.
It's fantastic. Having read about that haunted story and
it's a joke story.
Just being a bit away with the fairies, because I was doing some filming and looking up, and then smash. Wow. Well, I just thought, what next is like a silverback gorilla jumping out on us or something. It's funny.
This way to Kuninkaansaari Island.
We've now walked all the way around the main island of Vallisaari, back to here where the boat dropped us off. We've quickly walked across here, across this causeway to Kuninkaansaari, across here, and we're now going to check out this sandy cove.
it to the cove in Kuninkaansaari Island. Wow, totally worth walking across the causeway to get here. This is so tranquil and beautiful. Technically, does this mean we've already gotten to island number 2? Because we walked across from Vallisaari Island, across the causeway, and now we're in Kuninkaansaari Island. So, you know, technically we've done 2 islands already. And we've got about 10 minutes to get back to the boat, ready to get over to Suomenlinna. So we've got to kind of rush, but look at this. Now we're going back across the causeway over to Vallisaari. What a beautiful sunny view. We've got about 7 minutes until the boat. And it just dawned on us that this is the last boat of the day that leaves from this island. I say this island, we're kind of in between 2 islands right now. But you're not allowed to stay on this island. What would happen if we missed it? There's nowhere to stay, we'd just be stuck. But luckily from here we can see where the boat's going to be, so we'll get it. We're just on the causeway. Craig's still on the causeway, and I can just see the boat coming in now.
Join us next time as we continue our tour of the islands in the Helsinki archipelago and head over to the UNESCO World Heritage Site, Suomenlinna. If you can't wait that long, head over to our Instagram at Tide Not Travellers for daily updates on what we're currently up to and what's coming up in our future videos.
Then we're going to go to Suomenlinna. 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 And then our final, and we're going to start off with Vallisaari. Then we're going to go to Suomenlinna. Ready to get over to Suomenlinna.
Suomenlinna.
We've got about 10 minutes to get back to the boat to get to Suomenlinna. So we've got, and they would dig up, although it was forbidden, they would dig up live, what's it called, live bombs. What's the word, help me out, live bombs.
A million miles from anywhere, you come up this outcrop, you walk up this outcrop, you can see you didn't go anywhere.